The beginning of the story. According to a legend in the northern continent, there exists a tree that has the power to control all life. A tree called Karista. Long ago, those who believed that the tree power would one day manifest wage a war to seize it. Yet no one succeeded in becoming Karista master. And so, thereafter, in order to ensure that no one could have access to Karista, the kings of each of the 5 continents agreed to have the tree locked up. Many years later, a baby girl was found on the doorstep of the Central Continent Imperial Palace. She had earthy green hair and big brown eyes. And Karista. Because the child had a birthmark that resembled Karista, she was the promptly crowned princess of the Central Continent, and she was given the name, Elise. To awaken her powers, Elise studied hard and trained endlessly. However, she showed no signs of any powers. She was sad, and so, eventually, the young master was confined to a separate wing of the castle. Maid was said to Elise that Your Highness, your meal's ready. When Elise seeing towards the meal, she say that splosh, oh no, the maid was upset and remained silent. Then Elise saying to her that it's probably from all that rain yesterday. But don't worry, it's perfectly. Elise thinking that I don't want to burden anyone over something like this. At that moment the room door opened and the majesty of the Central Continent came there. When Elise seeing towards him, she thinking that he is never come here before. I wonder why he is come. Elise say, Your Majesty. Then the Central Imperial say that I see you are still surrounded by wild animals. As usual, I have decided to have you marry the Prince of the North. She was upset and think I the North. Then she replied to him that but, wasn't I supposed to marry the Prince of the East? Central Imperial was angrily say that what good will come from marrying a prince who can't inherit the throne. Besides, they say the people of the North are barbarians, who practically worship nature. In my opinion, it's the perfect place for you. Wouldn't you agree? Think about it. A girl of unknown origin who doesn't possess a drop of Karista powers. All you do is attract wild animals. How barbaric. You have done nothing but disappoint me. If you finally wish to repay the kindness I have shown you all these years, then be useful and marry the Prince of the North. Start packing your things. Else was drop on the floor. Then the Imperial Central Prince turn and say that you will be leaving for the Northern Continent in a week's time. After that, she was going towards the outside of the room. Wild animals also reached there. Animals asked to the Elise that what's wrong. Then the animals conversation to each other and say that how do you know something wrong? You idiot. Can't you tell from her face? Then she drop on the floor and weeping. Then Sparrow say that oh, Elise. Our beautiful Elise. Then dog say that who made you cry, Elise? Rabbit say that who did this to you? Cat say that those are tears are not they? Elise what happened? Elise replied to them that I won't be able to see you guys anymore. Then Rabbit say that no. Why, Elise? That can't be. Cat say, simmer down. Let's hear her out first. After that, Elise tells them that I am moving to a place far away to get married. They all surprise and say married. Dog say that then we will go with you. Rabbit say yeah, we will follow you, else. She tells them that the place I am going to is extremely cold. And food is scarce there, so even if you do follow me, I am afraid you won't be able to survive for very long. Dog say that I don't care. I am going with you. Elise replied to him that shut up, you idiot. Dog say thy idiot. You are the idiot, you bird. Brain. Then Elise remember the Central Prince words that he say that they are barbarians who practically worship nature. Then she thinking that I wonder if the Northern Prince expects me to have some kind of power too. It's all, she seeing towards the Karista mark and say because of this. After some time later, the Central Prince caught a bunny on his hand and asked to Elise that the servants tell me, they have seen you talk to animals, is that true? If so, tell me what this rabbit saying. Then he squirmed bunny leg. Elide asked to Rabbit that hey, little rabbit, are you all right? Bunny replied to her that this guy broke my leg. He is a nasty man. To hell with him. Elise saying to Bunny that sounds painful. I will tell him to get you treated right away. Wait. He broke the bunny leg. Then Elise thinking and for what? So that he could see Karista power in action. If I correctly guess what's wrong with the rabbit, then what next? He definitely won't stop here with just this one rabbit. Elise replied to the Central Princess that I am not sure, Your Majesty. Then she thinking that if my ability becomes known, countless weak and powerless animals will no doubt be sacrificed. I must not let anyone find out about my ability. On the other side Northern Continent Prince was sitting on the chair. Suddenly Isaka entered into the room and saying to Prince that it seems people are looking forward to welcoming the bride with such legendary powers. Prince say that it's just a legend though. I doubt she has any real powers. But it should be enough of a justification. Isaka say that at the very least, it gives our proud northerners a reason to view this political marriage in a positive light. Prince replied to him that well then, let's get ready to welcome this legendary bride, Isaka. On the other side in Central Continent, Elise was ready. When people seeing towards her, they whisper to each other and say that is the princess. Who lives in that one isolated wing right? She is basically being sold off to those northern barbarians. Say, can we even consider her a princess in the first place? She smile and thinking that I can hear you guys. At that moment Central Imperial King arrived there. The king saying to Elise that congratulations on your marriage. My precious daughter, Elise. Then the king caught her arm and say that all the best as you enter this new phase of your life. And king think that live it out quietly, like a dead rat. Suddenly many crows came there. King was afraid and saying to else that is he giving you trouble. One guard asked to the king that are you all right, your majesty. Elise shake her hands and saying to crows that I am fine. Don't worry. After that king say that they must be sad to see the princess leave. After that, she was going towards carriage, she thinking, but I haven't said goodbye to my animal friends. Animals were sad and say that else. Promise, you will come visit. Don't forget us. Stay strong else. When she was sitting in the carriage, she was also sad and thinking about the animals. I will make sure no animals get harmed because of me. And to do that, I need to stay strong and keep my chin up. In the way, she seeing the beautiful sight and say wow. It's hard to believe that this beautiful land is called the land of barbarians, because of coldness, she was shiver, she say that it's beautiful, but it sure is freezing. Then she touch her face, she was surprised and say ah, my face is burning up.